Hi, it's Martin Perhiniak. Welcome back to PSD Touch Plus. Today I'm going to show you how to combine a couple of techniques that we already learned in the shortcut series. First of all, I would like to design the logo for this website, and for that I already have a document here. So as you can see, this is a makeup artist's website who specialized in henna art. For that I designed this logo where I already have these two characters, and I have a background pattern which I would like to use, a traditional henna pattern. But I would like to make a nice composition of these two characters. As you can see, I have both characters saved as pods. So I have a vector mask which I can easily edit, and that is a great thing because you can always fine-tune these curves. So to make sure you have a nice smooth outline, you can always add more points or remove points with the pen tool. And the other advantage or main advantage of the vector masks is that it's completely resolution independent. So even if you resize these layers, you will still get sharp edges. So I'm going to select the S character and I'm going to move it closer to the B. Somewhere here, probably it would be nice to join together. Here, maybe a little bit further up. Something like that would work. And I'm going to just move it a tiny bit down. The only problem, if I have them together like this, it's that it's quite hard to read. Now they look like one continuous line. But how can I separate these two characters? First of all, I don't need this extra space here on the left, so I'm going to use the crop tool and I just crop that part away. I press enter. So that's all what I need. I can turn off the pattern now and I can concentrate on these two characters. Let's just try to separate them with an outline. If I double click on the first layer on the top, I can add a stroke around the character, and I'm going to use a 3 pixel size black stroke positioned outside of the character. So something like that works fine, it works well, and I don't really need to use the effect on the other character because it's already on black background, so I won't need any outline there. But at least now I have the S and the B separated. And now I just need to make it a bit more interesting. Because graphic design is mainly two-dimensional, it's always good to give a three-dimensional feel to your designs. So give a feel of depth. And to be able to do that now, I think it would be great to intertwine these elements. So get one of them or below, the other one over and below and over, or something like that. So make it look like they are completely intertwined. So to be able to do that, I'm going to create a mask for this layer, the S layer. And I'm going to use my brush with a soft edge. So I set up my brush. I'm using the keyboard shortcuts we already learned. Control-Alt-Click on Mac and Control-Alt-Right-Click on PC, and then drag right and left, up and down to change hardness and size of the brush. And let's just decide which elements or which lines should go below the B. I think I'm going to place this one below the B, so I'm going to draw over it, and I'm going to put this one below it. As you can see, it almost like burning away the S and place it below the other character when I'm drawing over it. The only problem is that when you look at the effect, it's not really nice the way I'm masking it. If I zoom closer, you can see it exactly what I'm talking about. So the edge effect is not too great. To be able to make this better, again, I'm going to use something that we already learned in this series. I'm going to double click on the layer, and in the blending options, I'm going to use layer mask hides effects. When I select this, just look at the design, you will already see it looks so much better because now the mask will hide the layer style as well, the stroke effect, not just the image itself. So that was before and this is after. I will click on OK, and now I just need to refine my mask a bit. So I'm going to select the mask and I'm going to draw this part back and that one as well. And I rather do it again now that I can see the effect properly. So I draw over this part here and I draw over that one. Maybe I show a bit more of the white on both sides. So just a very subtle drop shadow, or it's like simulating the intertwined elements. So something like this. Maybe I can use a bit of shadow. So that looks already much better. Now they are more connected to each other. And I can turn back now the pattern in the background. And I will only need these 3 layers. So I'm going to select them. And I will turn them into a smart object. So I right click and I choose Convert to Smart Object. It's good to know that you can turn several layers into smart objects. But now I can see that I actually made a mistake, because the B character doesn't have the outline. Now that we have the henna art, we can actually tell that we need an outline for that character as well. I just wanted to show this to you, but I will do it a bit later, because first of all I would like to place this smart object in the website design. So I'm going to put this smart object over the other layer or image, and then I can close this one here. I don't even need to work with this anymore. And I can make this smart object smaller with the free transform tool. Holding down Alt and Shift, you can reduce centralized free transform, and which keeps the proportions as well. So something like that looks quite nice. The only problem is what I said, that little detail that we don't have the outline on the B. Now, using a smart object gives you the advantage that you can always go back and make changes to your layers, and you don't lose even the resolution from it. So if I double click on this thumbnail, let me just show you the thumbnail of the layer, then I can reach the original layers. And here all I need to do is just drag the FX icon from the top to the bottom to be able to copy the style from the S character to the B. And then I can save this smart object, close it, and now as you can see it looks much better here as well. Let me just make it bigger so you can see what happened. So now we have both the outline on the S and the B. And because it's a smart object, it can easily be resized back and forth without losing quality. And that's all what I wanted to show today. As you can see, we started combining the techniques we are learning in this tutorial series. So we used advanced blending features for the layer styles, we used smart objects, and we used masking. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you will join me next time. Thanks a lot for your attention.